I want you to picture this. I was 25 years old. I had just over $3 million sitting in my 401k. Then 2008 hit. Overnight, that 3 million became 1.5, evaporated in a blink. But the worst part wasn't my loss. It was watching what happened to people around me. Friends who were just months away from retirement. Gone. Dreams shattered. Some never came back from it. Emotionally, financially, spiritually. One of them, a doctor, close friend of mine. He was in the ER, working another overnight shift, scrolling through his retirement account in total disbelief. This man had given his whole life to medicine, worked 60, 70, 80 hours a week, survived 2 divorces, missed birthdays, sacrificed everything, all for the promise that someday he'd be free. But in that moment, staring at that screen, he realized his future just vanished. He told me later, Carlos, I blinked and everything was gone. That was his breaking point. The moment he said, enough, I need a better way. That same recession, it lit the fire in me too. Because I didn't just see accounts getting wiped out, I saw souls being crushed. People in their 60s, 70s, being forced back to work. The market crash gutted their savings. Then Uncle Sam came in with the final blow. And what it was left, it wasn't enough to believe on. Not even close. That pain, that helplessness, it haunted me. So I did what I always do when my back's against the wall. I went hunting for the truth. I started studying the ultra wealthy, not the YouTube gurus, real families, real wealth, the 0.1% that controls the wealth in the world. What were they doing? How come some of them didn't lose much at all, and some of them even made money back in 2008? What were they really doing that no one was teaching the rest of us? And what I uncovered, it flipped the whole damn game. Because what they were doing, it was legal, strategic, hidden in plain sight. And it doesn't happen to happen to you. This is a direct message to the surgeon, the startup founder, the C-suite executive, the hardworking mom and dad, the salesperson. You earned every single penny of your wealth. But listen to me. You are also a target. A malpractice lawsuit, a shareholder battle, the next market crash. They are coming from everything you've built. You are playing by an old rule book, and it's rigged. You need a strategy that isn't another gamble. You need something better. You need something unbreakable. They will tell you it's fear-mongering. It's not. It's reality. Your 401k, it can be sued. Your brokerage account, it can plummet 30% overnight. Your mutual funds, still taxed. You are exposed. But what if I told you that is a playbook written into the tax code itself that the billionaire families have used for decades and now is available to you right now? I want you to take a deep breath because I'm about to give you a new mantra for wealth. 3 words: predictable, certain, and secure. This is the PCS wealth principle. Predictable, steady, reliable growth. No more surprises. With what I call the ultimate fund, your returns follow a clear formula. No wild swings. Historically, this credits 8 to 12% in normal years. Consistent. Beats the roller coaster. Certain. This isn't smoke and mirrors. It's law. These tools are built on specific IRS codes The rules that let billionaires transfer fortunes tax free are now on your side. Tax free death benefits, tax deferred growth, tax free loans. It's all written in the code and secure. This is the game changer. Your principal can never vanish. But how, Carlos? Because the ultimate fund has a 0% floor. Let me say that again. A 0% floor. If the S&P crashes 20%, 30%, 50%, your fund simply earns 0% that year. Not negative 20, 0. You might see 0% growth for that particular year, but you will never ever lose what you put in. That is a safety net for your 401k can never give you. These three pillars are the bedrock. And in today's world, they are not luxuries, they are necessities. So, what is the ultimate fund? At its core, it's a max funded index universal life insurance policy structured correctly. Let me break it down so as simply a 7-year-old selling bread could understand it. You have permanent life insurance, a guaranteed death benefit for your family, but it also has a cash value account. This account is linked to an index like the S&P 500. In a good year, you get a portion of the gain, maybe up to 12% cap. In a bad year, the market goes down 20%, your policy credits 0% because of the floor. You do not lose. And here's the magic. The policy resets every year and locks in any gains, it starts fresh. So you never have to dig out of a hole. When the market rebounds, you ride it up from that protected base. Now we max funded. We pump in as much as money as the IRS rules allow us to supercharge the savings, minimizing the peer insurance cost. This is how we exploit the tax code. And then we let it compound tax free, all legally. Think of like a Roth IRA on steroids. The growth is tax deferred, and when you need cash, you don't pay ordinary income tax. You access it through policy loans, which the IRS does not count as taxable income. You are borrowing from your own fortress, tax free. This is the secret vault, the safest growth vehicle out there. Your money is literally protected from being erased. Ethos Life, a major insurer, says it plainly. Your money is protected from market volatility because of a feature of the product. That feature is the floor, 0% loss. And here's what it should make your spine tingle. This strategy was historically reserved for the ultra rich, billionaire families, mega corporations, for decades. What do you think the bank does with your money? But today is available to you. I have clients putting in 7 figures a year, building massive tax-free empires. And I also have physicians, business owners, stay-home mom and dads. They are out there working hard, starting with just a few $100s a month, from $300 to $1,000 a month. Let me show you the math, because money loves speed, and math doesn't lie. $500 a month at an average potential returns of just 7%. In 30 years, that grows to well over $500,000. $1,000 a month, over $1 million in 30 years. And that's with not a single down year, not one loss of principal ever. Imagine growing your ultimate fund to $1 million by age 67. Then you stop contributing those $500 or $1,000 a month, and now you can start pooling annual loans of $80,000 to $100,000 a year tax-free every year for the rest of your life, even if you live up to 120. Just imagine that for a second. Consistent contributions plus no losses plus tax-free growth equals what? Fireworks. This isn't theory. I've seen it, clients over this past 2 decades. In the 17 years that I've been learning and doing this, averaging 7% to 10% per year, while their friends watch their portfolios get gutted in 2008, in 2020. One high net worth client told me after a market loss, Carlos, my portfolio went down 30%. My ultimate fund balance hardly budged. I didn't even miss a beat. He's diversifying, he's smart. It's not luck, that's architecture. And you guys know the drill. My lawyers love and always tell me to making sure we are putting disclaims. I know that is lame, but I gotta drop a disclaim. I'm not a financial advisor, but I have helped tens of thousands of people become wealthier and wiser. Always do your homework. Trust nobody, question every single thing. You are your best fiduciary agent, period. Happy now, lawyers. So back to the show. So this is your invitation, your crossroads. Are you going to keep trusting the same old broken planes, hoping the market gods will spare you? Or are you ready to build your fortress? If you are a doctor, a CEO, a partner, any high earner fed up with the volatility, a stay-home mom or dad that works from home, fed up with all the BS. For all my friends, there are doctors out there, have a target on your back, you guys constantly get sued. The conversation starts now. Did you know if you are a doctor and if you put all your money into an IUL, if you get sued, they cannot touch it? But more on that later. Time and money are not coming back. Every month you wait is a month of protected growth you miss. A month your wealth stays exposed. If you are ready to build your fortress, book a strategy session at disruptorscode.com. Full disclosure, I own financial firms all over US. I'm licensed in all 50 states. You can book a free strategy session with my team right now at disruptorscode.com. You'll be able to book a strategy session on my private calendar on their site, disruptorscode.com. No pressure, just a real conversation about making your wealth predictable, certain, and secure. You do not have to be a millionaire today to protect your wealth like one. Inaction is an active decision. This is your moment. This is Carlos Cicada, aka Carlos Inspire. Go build your legacy because life is all about the mission, never the commission. And the days that breaks us are truly the days that makes us.